What up, what up, what up? Give me a Lima Charlie if y'all can hear me loud and clear, man. Hopefully y'all are having a good afternoon. It is Thursday, Thirsty Thursdays, whatever that might mean to you, man. And so we're just kind of chilling out, having a good old time, bro. You know what I'm saying? It be like that. And for me personally, first off, hit that like button, man. I appreciate y'all giving the reminder of that already. Super appreciate that. It is a chill type of day. It's a chill type of day, specifically because I was like, I'm in between meetings. And so I was just researching. I like to research EDC and Man Cave and all sorts of different news as well. And I thought that I saw some stories that looked super interesting. And I was trying to figure out like, well, why in the heck does that even exist? That is a weird one. You know what I'm saying? So first off, appreciate you kicking the door in, coming in already. We got Tater Dom in the mix. And so we appreciate you kicking the door in. I hope all is well. Let me see if I can get you right there. There we go. Who else is here? We got the real Chris Brown is here. What up, man? Thanks for kicking the door in. Wow. What is going on, sir? What is going on, sir? Let's bring you down. There we go. Hopefully everything is good with you. He says, hey, hey there, there and everyone. Hope you're doing good, Tater Dom. The confirmation of Lima Charlie from David Hurst. Thanks for stopping by, sir. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. We also got Nice Guy B1 is here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Where are you at, Mr. Goddamn? I gotta get you together. I haven't heard you in a while. We gotta get you together. Working from home again, watching the NCAA tourney and now X Live. I'm so bad about sports. Like I am so behind the times, bro. Like I watch college sports. I will watch some college sports. Okay. I will get down with a little bit of college sports. But when it comes to like professional sports, I've lost so much interest in it. It just seems to be so many things that people are always thinking about and talking about, and they're always trying to negotiate reasons why they should and shouldn't watch something, and you know, sometimes political. I don't have time for that shit sometimes. Drift is here as well. Thanks for kicking the door in. I still need to eat lunch. It's 13:38 here. But it is what it is. What's in y'all's pockets today? What's the temperature where y'all are at? There's some new drops that just came out in the EDC community. Some stories I thought were very interesting. And just a couple of like closures that were announced. One specific closure where I'm going to have to eat crow for what I said about this company initially a couple of months ago. They've completely changed themselves, and they're just making me rethink like, what was I thinking? And all of that good stuff. Before I jump into any of that, we'll talk about what I'm carrying here in a second. Taylor's here. Marine X, is really good to see you live for the first time. I'm working on a low budget get home back. It seems like Ozark Trail is pretty decent. Do you have any desire to do a video on them? Specifically Ozark Trail? Probably not, Taylor. But I appreciate you kicking the door in. I have done a get home back from Tractor Supply, which has budget type stuff in it. I also did an entire bug out bag for one of my buddies. He was on a budget. If you just go search my channel for get home bag, search my channel for bug out bag, any videos I've done will kind of pop up. But I will say this, Ozark Trail has decent quality stuff. I like Mossy Oak stuff as well. Don't sleep on like shit from, there's a lot of things from Walmart you just shouldn't sleep on. Okay, Hyper Tough Tools, Heart Tools, which is made by TTI, the same people that make Milwaukee. You know, you shouldn't sleep on Ozark Trail. You shouldn't sleep on Mossy Oak. There's some things you should sleep on, like Wolverine and Caterpillar. Sometimes those things are hit and miss. It just really depends. In a meeting, but I'm here again. Thanks for kicking the door. And I was going to do a work from home session, but I realized that the things that I'm working on today are, I think I'm going to be in meetings. So I don't want to do a work from home when if I'm going to be in a meeting. It'd be weird to be trying to have y'all on work from home and also be talking on another screen. So H, what up? Enjoying my day off. Hey, enjoy that day, bro. Enjoy that day. CPM is here as well. Trying to decide between a Man X 2 lightweight and a regular. What are your thoughts? So because of Neve's knives, Nice Guy B1, I'm not gonna lie to you. Neve's Knives has basically convinced me that the Manix 2 lightweight seems to be the way to go. He just seems to really glaze that thing, and I think I like it a lot. I think I like where he's going with that a lot. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go with lightweight. I've seen some pretty good deals on Blade HQ for that specific knife. Hopefully you get a good deal on it. Let me know how much you end up snagging it for. Michael is here as well, which is super appreciated. So what am I carrying today? My carry, for the most part, I'm trying my best to try to keep it consistent as possible. So we're still rocking the Hogue Deca. I have it in CPM 20 CV still. I'm probably going to change the scales out in April. I'm really trying to force myself to not be like a lot of other EDC channels, not hating on anybody, but I'll test out other knives. But when I say this is my everyday carry, I really want to see if I can make it my everyday carry, you know, for like 6 months or so, if not longer. A lot of you guys aren't switching out your knives every freaking month, so I'm trying to do the same thing. So you may see me talk about a carry, but I'm always going to try to get back to my main carry, which is the Able Lock Ready Hogue Deca in the 20 CV. So you can kind of see it's a interesting. I like this knife a lot. Okay, the actual action on it has gotten nothing but better, mainly because I've been carrying it more. It's now easier to open, easier to use. I love to be able to use it because of the shape of the blade. It just works out well for all sorts of tasks like zip ties, and it's just a great knife. I am thinking about this earth patterned scales on here, these G10 scales. I am thinking about swapping these out. Let me know in chat what would be some like good suggestions for swapping out Deca scales. I don't know if I want to go with AWT or if it's Flytanium or Hogue themselves. Like who makes some decent scales for that? Of course, we're still watching the VAR. Let's take this off. The VAR C5. This is the C5 Solar Tactical. It's a field watch by VAR, and I'm really liking it. Hey, listen, no matter which type of mechanical watch you wear, whether it's a quartz movement or automatic movement, you're going to lose a couple seconds per day. So you do have to sync this up, make sure it's good to go. This has an incredible reserve time of 6 months because it's solar, right? So this thing here lasts for a very long time. It's not my favorite field watch. It's a little big. I usually like watches that are 40 millimeters or below. I think this is 40 millimeters on the dot when it comes to size wise, but I love the way the band looks. I just like the way the watch looks all together. Very, very efficient, efficient watch and all of that good stuff. Now, my rest of my carry has kind of been living in this pouch. This is my premium pouch carry that I talked about a couple of months ago. This has been getting carried more and more because I've been able to just stick this anywhere that I wanted to. This is the Nutsack double admin pouch. Let's zip it up so none of my shit will fall out and just show it to you vertically. But this is a decent pouch and it's starting to patina more and more and more. Mine's had a lot of bumps and bruises and scrapes, but I love this thing, and I love the fact that it fits in everywhere. If I take this to dinner and set it on the table, none of my friends thinks I'm a weirdo. If I take this to a cigar lounge and I'm smoking, no one thinks I'm a weirdo. If I take this to the shooting range and plop it out, I don't look like a pretentious asshole. Like, this pouch is starting to more and more fit into my life, and I didn't think it would so much. But everything in here, I'm not going to go through all the shit in here because a lot of this stuff doesn't need to be a part of my everyday carry. It's just in the pouch. But I'll tell you the things I'm going to be using the most, just to kind of show you what the pouch looks like stuffed right now, like a burrito. But the things that I'm using the most out of the pouch is probably number one is my iPod Touch. What I like to do with my iPod Touch is whenever I'm working from home, if I really want to disconnect from the world, I will get the iPod Touch. I'll get the earbuds that are in my ear right now, and I will listen to talk radio or music or whatever specifically so that I can just try to disconnect from everybody. No one can reach me. And if I really want to disconnect, because this still has Wi-Fi, so technically people can still reach me. If I really want to disconnect, I get my freaking iPad Nano, which this thing here has no internet whatsoever. This only thing about this doesn't play lossless, so the audio quality isn't as good out of this thing. But so what, man? This thing still works just fine. I've had this thing for 7, 8, 9 years or something like that. So that's probably like one of my biggest use cases. I can't advocate more for anything. If there's any reason that you're able to leave the house without your phone, guys, without disconnect for a couple of hours, go for it. I always recommend it. I am rocking for a while the Woobin X2 with the force patina. I did force patina this with some liver or sulfur. This is a copper flashlight. It has a few LEDs in there, 3 LEDs in the front. The thing is this is complete overkill for a flashlight. Okay, And I like the flashlight. I love the pocket clips are very strong. So that's one thing that's aggressive about it. But I love the way this copper looks after I force patinaed it. Oh my God, that shit that gets grandpa excited. Okay, this is more like what a force patina looks like. And this is what a natural patina looks like with my Bastion pen right here. And if you kind of look at those together, the Bastion, now these may not be the exact same type of pen or copper wherever they came from, but I just wanted to get that patina action, get it going a little bit sooner than later. I guess since we're talking about pens, we'll kind of bring up my journal. This is the Marine X, the Chronicle by Marine X. This is the journal I sell on my website, shameless self promotion, but this is what I use to write in every single day, the tasks that I have. I think I'm going to do a EDC coffee talk about how journaling every day, even if it's just to write my task downs, has kind of changed my life. Like it's kind of changed the way my productivity, how much shit that I get done, and all of that good stuff. So it's a freaking fantastic thing. So like my carry is kind of just concrete. I'm not going to go through the rest of the stuff in this pouch because this is not like, I don't need everything in here every single day. This pouch may or may not go with me somewhere every day, but the core items I just showed you for the most part will always be with me. Other things in here, battery banks and chapstick. And oh, you know what? One thing that will be with me no matter what is my Leatherman Free P4. Now the multi-tool is growing on me more and more. I have been falling in love with the Leatherman Free P4, and congratulations, I no longer have freaking FOMO for the Leatherman Arc. If I were to get one on a decent sale, I would, but now look at this. I'm now able to carry full-size regular bits that were laying around in my toolbox with me in this pouch. I can't do this shit with the Leatherman Arc, not with regular size bits. Those are normal size bits. You're not doing that with the Leatherman Arc. You're stuck with Leatherman's soft bits. Their bits are soft, admittedly. People that actually use multi-tools and use their bits for anything will admit that their bits are a little bit on the soft side. Soft with a hard T. Soft with a hard T, coming through with the $20 super chat, sir. Man, we appreciate that, man. Absolutely. I don't even have my girl. Do I have my girls here? No, I don't have my girls here, man. I appreciate the $20 super chat. Let's see. What does Phantom say? Phantom Vape says, just got into this hobby. Thanks for the wealth of info. I am seeing all the titanium, all the tea, all the time. Is the way to go, confirm or deny. So I am not a titanium head. Vapes, I do appreciate the super chat, my guy. I'm not a titanium head mainly because, well, not for my pocket knife, And I know it's lightweight, but for me personally, titanium is a little pricey. Titanium is also slippery when wet. Kind of like a woman with a fat ass. Oh my God, I'm thinking about my wife. Slippery when wet, right? But also it's compared to other metals like stainless steel. I wouldn't carry a stainless steel knife either, but aluminum, it's more durable. It's more prone to resist scratches and dents and stuff like that. But I love a good old aluminum Benchmade bailout or any other knife that's made out of that type of stuff. I like knives that are made of composite materials a lot. Like this is a composite material. G10 is considered like a composite material. So is micarta, stuff like that. So it's carbon fiber. So my recommendation, if you're going to go all into this hobby, then, titanium might be the way that you go, but it's normally not necessarily something that I 100% dive balls deep into. Hopefully that answers your question. So man, what are y'all carrying? Before I talk about these news, I got a couple of items I want to talk about, but I know y'all have some interesting things that y'all are carrying, man. First off, Bentley, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in, man. Hopefully everything is good with you. Drip says 59 in North Florida, just at the decks. Got the P320 pistols on either side, just in case, he says. The Hyper Tough screwdriver kit, my Liberty 3 Pro earbuds. You know what's so crazy is those Liberty 3 Pro earbuds popped up. I don't know if it's because I mentioned it out loud or something like that and Google was listening to me, but I'm now being advertised to for those earbuds. What's in your ear X? Does it sound good? So Drifts asked what's in my ear. I can't talk about what's in my ear yet. They sound great. I'm under embargo until April, but I'm testing these out. They sound great. But I'm testing these out until April, and then I'll probably do a video or a short or something about them then. but they sound fantastic. I will tell you that. And they sound significantly better than any wireless earbud that I have. So like I own a lot of wireless earbuds. I mean, we got stuff like sitting on my desk at all times, or my WXM4s, which sound pretty good with noise canceling. You know, these are some great sounding buds. My Google Pixel buds are at another part of the man cave. I always have it, but these are really good. X, if you ever wanted to review or test some Viper 8 pouches or bags in an affiliate and get some, oh wait, you're an affiliate and I can get you some. Okay, get you some off. Got you. Yeah, I'm an affiliate with Viper 8 as well. They send me stuff every now and again. I don't let them send me too much stuff, because a lot of companies, when they send products, they know that I don't owe them any. You know, they know I don't owe them content, but sometimes, you know, I don't want to just keep accepting stuff from companies over and over and never give them any content whatsoever. So a lot of times I may not do content whatsoever. Lately, says Zeus, he's been carrying a small fixed blade instead of a folder. Interesting. I was on a small fixed blade for a while, Zeus. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was carrying the MKC Magna Cut, specifically the Speedco. Oh my God, that shit had grandpa excited. It's a straight panty dropper. It didn't really work for me. Like, I didn't show it to my wife and she didn't just drop her panties, but I thought in my mind that I thought in my mind, if I carried that knife more, then panties would slide off. It didn't work, so I'm back on a folder. But you know, Hot Preps is here as well, saying howdy, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. He has let's see, David has the Chris Reeve Tanto Magna Cut is on. Oh, that is a pricey boy. Oh man, just saying it, I just know it's a pricey boy. The Apple Watch Ultra on the wrist. It's sunny, beautiful 48 degrees in southern West Virginia at the moment. Well, first off, it sounds lovely outside. I think, what is my temperature here? I think I'm around the lower 50s right now. No wind, so it's a pretty good for me. Bentley's carrying his Wave with a cross lanyard. Really? A Gerber pair frame for work. How do you like the Gerber pair frames? I haven't been recommending Gerber too much lately. A Zippo and some polarized sunglasses because it's brighter than Asians. Oh my God. Well, hopefully everything is good out there. Steven, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Finally catching another live again. I'm carrying an EDC 35, a Benchmade Osborne, and an SAK. So I have the EDC 33, Steven. The EDC 35 looks very interesting. It looks like they did nothing but improve the little aspects of the EDC 33. Now he's talking about the EDC 35, which is a flashlight, and I like the EDC 33, but I will say the 35 is a little bit bigger. Obviously, because it's bigger, it can have a bigger battery inside. I think that the EDC 35 is actually rocking a 21700 battery inside, where the EDC 33 has an 18650. You can't remove the battery on either, so I can't confirm that, but it still is a big boy. It's a big boy. I don't need it, so I'm not going to buy it, and I'm not going to ask Nycor to send it to me because I would be gluttonous. I have no need for it, but I still think it's very interesting, mainly because of how much I like the EDC 33. So it's kind of hard. The Benchmade Osborne, that is what Mrs. X. So I had the Benchmade Mini Osborne, and I told Mrs. X, she's always on construction site. She's a interior designer. And I said, well, how are you opening up packages? If you got to open up a box of tile to make sure that the tray's been dropped off the right one, or if you need to cut a small piece of drywall, or if you get a nail stuck in your boot, how do you get that shit out? With your fingernail? So I finally convinced her to carry a pocket knife in her purse. She ended up taking my Benchmade Mini Osborne, so now I no longer have one. So I am a little jelly of you, Steven. A little jealous. I've been looking at the man bag, damn it. Have you had any experience with those? I really want a canvas bag with the removable straps I can throw into a bag if I ever need to carry solo. That makes sense. So the man bag, damn it, I've looked at, but I've never owned it. He's talking about the Nutsack man bag, damn it, which is Nutsack makes fantastic bags. The man bag, damn it, I think is a briefcase style of carry. It's a little bit on the cheaper side. I say cheaper because, you know, overall their stuff can be a little bit pricey. This is $109. Now this reminds me of the Speed Sling, which I do own, and I like the Speed Sling. This is a capable bag, but I will say that I think it's only going to be sizable maybe for an iPad 11, like an 11-inch iPad. Let's see, yeah, 10 inches by 6 inches by 2.5 inches. That's probably going to be suitable for carrying like an iPad or an 11-inch tablet. I don't think you're going to be putting anything like a 13-inch laptop or anything inside of there. Another thing that I would say is that they do have competitors. One thing I will say about Nutsack, I do like them a lot, but they aren't doing a lot of innovation on the inside of the bag. So this is just the inside. This is the other side of the wax canvas, right? When they have competitors that are doing different things, that are sewing like, they're sewing nylon on the inside of their bags, which just makes them look that much more interesting. So if I were to show you, let's see, let's go to the Waterfield and see if I can show you one of their bags. So like Waterfield is one of their direct competitors, and what they tend to do is they actually sew nylon on the inside of their bags. So it gives you a little bit more visual appealing. This is one of their direct competitors called sfbags.com. So I think that overall, you can look at the man bag, but also just take a look at some of their other competitors, because they're not the only ones out here banging out some of these bangers. What else do they have that might be comparable to the man bag? Damn it. I guess probably the Mason EDC pouch actually might be the most comparable for you. Espada. And Espada, if I'm mispronouncing that, man, I apologize. But look at this. This looks pretty freaking slick. Give me an S in the chat if you think this looks pretty chic. P in the chat if you think this is a pass. S in the chat if you think it's a smash. P in the chat if it's a pass. Look at that. They sewed nylon on the inside of this bag as well. Looks like all you can fit in there is an iPad mini. So that's something else to consider. But oh my, this is how much does this cost? So they have an iPad mini. They have a AirPods, a little charger, your wallet. This is depending on the price, this might be a smash. Let me see. Let me check this out. $129. So it is. So let's see, wax canvas. Yeah, so they got the wax canvas with the chocolate leather interior with the nylon on the inside. This is $20 more than the man bag, damn it. Fits an iPad mini. I don't know, man. It's a kind of a S for me. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but it's almost like a S for me. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I think that maybe if they had the options for if they have an option for a bigger one, then maybe I'll be able to kind of dive balls deep into this one. Let me see. Now I'm curious. So they have the briefcase. I don't really want a briefcase. Here, how about this? I'll drop the link to this specific page and just kind of let you explore this on your own. You might find something that you might want to kind of check out and just go over, but I thought that looks pretty interesting. Let's see. If record players made a comeback, they should bring back the MP3 players as well, says H. Listen, MP3 players haven't gone anywhere. People just don't use them that much. I don't talk about EDC, the MP3 being a part of my EDC, but there are times when I will tell Mrs. X, I will say, hey, listen, I am going to the grocery store and I am leaving my cell phone at home. And let me tell you something, how freeing it is to walk around a grocery store for 45 minutes to an hour and do your shopping and listen to stuff that's only downloaded to a device and trying to do the math on something. Like, I like to go to the grocery store and do stuff like that, as well as, hold on, as well as we're too easily able to look up prices on something. I remember back in the day, whatever the price was on the item in front of me, I had to just do the math in my head and decide what was I throwing back. I don't know if y'all had to do that, but when I was younger, if I wanted the Gushers, right, my mom might try to convince me, okay, well, what cereal are we putting back? Because we're not going to another store. Nowadays, we'll research and say, well, technically, I'm going to go to Target because I can get this cereal for 45 cents less. Let's get both. No. Sometimes it's nice to be able to disconnect. Sometimes it is nice to be able to disconnect. David says, I have that journal and it is a great one. Hey, listen, I'm just saying, man, he's letting it be known. He's letting it be known. Jiffy says, I've been carrying my P4 for 3 straight years. It was a gift from my wife, and I can't go back to the old school Leathermans after having it. You know what's so crazy, Jiffy, is because you've been carrying the P4 for so long, you might be a perfect candidate to do the same mod that I did. So what I did is I went on eBay and I bought a full-size bit driver for $40. And I was able to take this, and now I can use full-size bits. I had to get rid of some tools, right? And you have the free P4. You're gonna have to get rid of 3 tools in order to install this. So like a pry bar, the awl, and something else that you have to get rid of. But anyway, I didn't use those very often, so I happily got rid of it. It locks in place like it should, which is a good thing. And it also has a micro size, so you can even use the smaller bits for like electronics. You can use those as well. So this might be a candidate for you to do that mod. You've had yours for so long. If you've determined which tools you don't use very much, you might be able to easily make the decision on like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that mod. So just something to think about. Let's see. Brady says Popeyes or KFC. Both. Let's see. Taylor says, how do you get regular bits in the free P4? Yeah, so what I did was I went on eBay. Let me see if I can just drop the link. I don't know if y'all can click links. You should be able to click links. Here, let me go to my eBay orders and just put in my the order that I did last time. Because the main thing is if you buy this specific bit holder or whatever, all you need is now let me tell you something. To do the installation, you're going to need to have a couple of tools. You're going to need to have the small bit driver. Also, maybe you want to have a bench vise, because how the hell are you going to hold the because you have to remove the screw on both sides. So how are you going to hold the multi-tool? You need something that can hold the multi-tool in place. But as long as you can kind of get around that, then you should be good. So let's go to purchase history. Let's go to this specific holder here. So the actual listing is called the Scalpel Blade Bit Holder T-Shank for Leatherman. Whenever you get here, you want to buy the one that says Type D right here. So if you screenshot this, it's called the Scalper Bit Driver. You want to buy the one that says Type D. Okay, it's he raised the price. It's $63 now. For me, it's fully worth it. But you're able to use different bits inside of this, just like it has a picture right here. And you're gonna have to do the installation yourself. But hey, it's not that hard of an installation, and I quite enjoy it. I'll even throw it in chat if you want to check it out as well, man. So it's a cool thing. Let's see. We'll jump into these items. I promise we're going to get to those items here in a second. I just want to see what other questions y'all might have as well. Put a Q colon in front of your stuff. It might help me see your questions a little bit easier as well. Coming through with the 199 super chat. Do you have any trailers? Are they necessary? You mean trailers as in like a trailer to pull behind my truck? Are you being literal, Jamie? I appreciate the 199. If you're talking about a trailer that goes behind my truck, no, I just rent them. Benjamin is here as well, saying good afternoon, X. Hey, what up, man? Thanks for kicking the door in, bruh. You got a good camera. Do I have a Twitch? No, I don't stream on Twitch. I just stick most of the YouTube. Listen, I would love to expand to Kick and Twitch, and but I got 5 kids, a fine ass wife, a full-time job, a big ass house. I got a lot of shit to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? So I can't incorporate Twitch as well. I rock the J-Bread, the Vista 2 earbuds. You're going to check out the EDC from Montana Knife Company. It says you're going to check out any EDC from Montana Knife Company, says Tucker. Oh, Tucker, appreciate you for the question. So Montana, I have a relationship with them. They have sent me shirts and knives in the past. I think they make great stuff. Josh Smith, one of the co-founders up there for Montana Knife Company, he's a master bladesmith. He sharpened one of my my older knives that I had from when I was in the Marines. It was so incredible. It was just like an incredible experience. I went to happy hour with them, and overall I just had a really good time. So I think that if you're interested in Montana Knife Company and you are, if it's something that you think you would be interested in, you should 100% just go for it. They make some great stuff. Where is that at? I do know that they did my I don't even know that if I see that listing. But anyway, yeah, I promise that it was a good time for that, man. A real good time with. Go check out my Instagram. You'll be able to see where he actually sharpened one of my knives on my behalf. Me when Odds is here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. What up? It says today I'm carrying the Griptilian in 20 CV. I didn't even know they made the Benchmade Griptilian in 20 CV. I have a mini Griptilian in S30V, a Civivi Nox, a Leatherman Surge, and an Ace Beam Tactical AA flashlight. You love the paraframe, says Bentley. First time catching a stream carrying the Spartan Blades Harsey, the Plague Doctor Edition. Blaine Dexter, thanks for kicking the door in, sir. You're gonna make me do a field trip because I don't know what the Spartan Blade Harsey is. Field trip. Let's look that shit up real quick, bro. So here's the Sparcy floater. Oh my God, $505. Blame Dexter. Shall I blame you for showing us this fantastically priced knife? PVD coated blade, the CPM Magna Cut. It's running an HRC of between 61 and 63. What? That's what they rocking with? I don't know. Would Neves Nas be okay with this? 61 to 63 for $500? I mean, I want to see a consistent 62 to 64. I don't know. I'm just... I think this is fine for a folding knife. If this was a, I guess it could be. I don't know. Maybe this is fine for a fixie, but it does have the coating. It has the black coating on there. So I mean, it's a sharp looking, no pun intended. It's a good looking knife, but it's fucking pricey. I mean, Magna Cut Magna Cut came out in 2019, and it has grabbed everyone by the balls. Like, everyone likes Magna Cut. Okay, I get it. This pivot screw is aggressively big, sir. Golly, is this the specific one that you're talking about, or were you talking about another one? Let's look at this other link. Yeah, they do have a lot of different folders. Oh, you said it's the Plague Doctor edition, so I probably wasn't even looking at the right one. It doesn't even matter which one I look at. They're all over $500. Golly. Well, hopefully you're enjoying your blade, man. Hopefully you're enjoying that. LCV Blades is here as well. Thanks for kicking the door in. It's a little bit bigger. I wish I bought the 33 instead. Yes, Steven, I will say even a 33 is kind of big in the pocket. But if it's in a pouch or something like that, it's not even that big of a deal. True Budget EDC, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, think about joining memberships, guys. I like to release videos early for channel members. Also, I give you specific call outs during these live streams and stuff like that. So if don't feel like I'm ignoring you if you're not a member. I just try to always highlight my members and stuff like that. Let's see. We're just kind of we're going to talk about some news here in a second. I was giving some more folks opportunity to get in here. True Budget EDC. It's just some recent items that just released, news that's within everyday carry I thought was interesting and all of that. But right now what I'm really going through is I'm going through to see what you guys are carrying today, mainly because some shit I've never heard of, and I like to bookmark it within my Google Chrome tab so I can check it out later. Let's see, a Kaiser Cobb Bold. Is that how you pronounce it? Field trip. Let's see. I'm assuming you meant Kaiser, or is it really Kuzer? I don't know, man. Yeah, it's right here. So this is an interesting looking one. It does have an aluminum handle. It's $65 with a 3.6 inch black stonewash blade. And it is, what is the blade? Oh, it's a 4V steel, and it's a Warney blade shape. I think it reminds me of the Deca. Of course, you know, I mentioned earlier I'm carrying the Hogue Deca, so this is kind of what the Hogue Deca looks like. So take this in for a second. You see the Hogue Deca, right? You see the Hogue Deca. Now let's go back to the knife that he's carrying. Let's go back to the knife that he's carrying. I have the Hogue Deca on the screen, and I have that knife. It reminds me of the Hogue Deca. Hogue Deca doesn't have that speed hole or thumb hole. It has a thumb stud. And it cost about a little bit less than $90 more than this knife. So it seems like you got a pretty good deal. I wonder why it only has 4 stars though. Is there anything about it that you don't like? It only has 4 stars on their website. So some people are saying smash for that pouch from earlier. It says nice merch, says Michael. Yeah, the way they were wearing it, right? Something like that. Do you prefer sling bags or backpacks? Overall, I prefer sling bags. They've been getting the job for me. I have been EDCing the GoRuck GR2 Dyneema. I like saying that word, Dyneema. So the GoRuck GR2 Dyneema, I've been carrying that for a little bit over a month and a half now, and I'm preparing to do a video over it, and I have some thoughts about it. First off, it's pricey AF. It's $585. Okay, let's just look at that price. Can you see that shit? Let's just zoom in a little bit harder. It's $585. Okay, but you know what? The GoRuck GR2 Dyneema is a backpack for people that already own backpacks and they're looking for that next level. My opinion on this bag is starting to become that this is the type of bag that you purchase if you're going to be going to Patagonia. This is the type of bag that you purchase if you're going to Argentina. This is the type of bag that you purchase if you're going to be hiking in Europe. Your gear cannot fail. You cannot be 25 miles away from your hotel and your gear fails. That's what this bag is giving me vibes of, because this thing is freaking bulletproof. Dyneema is 5 times stronger than steel. I didn't even know what Dyneema was. And 40 times stronger than Kevlar. Actually, I'm wrong. It's 15 times stronger than steel. I misquoted that. And 40% stronger than its main rival, which is Kevlar. And I can tell this shit it's tough. It's tough. So I understand the price point. People are not gonna like it, but it's a freaking durable bag. I will give them that. It's a durable bag. But GoRuck sent it to me. Would I buy it with my own money? We'll have to wait for the review to see what my final thoughts on that. Kaiser has a sale on knives. Yeah, Kaiser, they do sales on knives pretty often. So what they'll do is if they try to link their sales with Amazon. So right now Kaiser's doing a sale like 30% off, but they were doing a sale last month too. They quietly do sales every month, to be honest with you. Hello from London. I am carrying a Civivi Stylum in a Pioneer X by Victorinox, says Alan. Thanks for kicking the door in. Thank you for kicking the door in. Let's see. Do you have any titanium multi-tools? No, I don't, JD. I would love to get the Leatherman Charge titanium, but I have no need for it. I would literally be doing it for a gluttonous reason. But you know what? It's so hard for me not to do it. It's just hard. JD is hard, bro. Pause. Okay, I'm not that type of hard. Not that type of hard. But the thing is I shop on base a lot. So right now on base, if you're a veteran or if you're still active duty, you can go to shopmyexchange.com. You can go to shopmyexchange.com. They're running a sale on Leathermans as we speak. They're running a sale on Leathermans as we speak, JD. And it's so crazy because I don't have a need for any of these. But the Leatherman Charge, the polymer handle, not the TTI version, is $104. It still has 154 CM blade steel. It's $104. It's almost tough not to want to get it. The Wave is $84. I have a Wave already. I'm like, I want another one. Right? So I don't own any titanium multi-tools though. It is an interesting grab. Maybe I'll get one in the future. But if you're a vet or if you're active duty, go check out shopmyexchange.com. You can even get yourself the shitty ass Sidekick for $48 or the very capable Leatherman Bond for $43. Like they got a lot of good sales going on right now, which I think is interesting. The Manix 2, the Rex 45. That's the way to go. $125, no tax, shipped. Come on now, nice guy. That's, oh my God. Come on now. That's just too good. It's too good. It's too good. And so let's see. Damn, son makes my son look like a peasant when it comes to that Spartan. Man, let me tell you something. It's crazy. I got the White River FC35 in 3V today, says Sir Cassie. Field trip, because I don't know what that is. Let's see. Let's check it out. I promise I'm going to get to these stories here in a second, y'all. The river. Oh, White River. Let me put some respect on your shit. The White River FC 3.5. I'm like peasant level when it comes to some of these knives. So it's the White River Knives FC35. It's an interesting, I kind of like the way that looks. It's $160. I'm assuming it's full tang. Okay. So it does look like you can get a pretty pretty good deal on this. Let me see. Let's refresh that page. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, that does look interesting. Let me see if I can see the listing that was on DLT trading real quick. 104. Okay, so basically the same price. This has 3V steel, as you mentioned earlier. It's a spear point and it's G10 scales. This one has a little bit of a coating on it, or you can get one without the coating. Interesting. I'm going to save this. I will save this in my discoveries page. Appreciate you pointing that out to me. It says that's too much money. I have a Dyneema tarp, says Nick. It's unbelievably light and extremely strong. 100% agree with you. The Olight 5 i5R is being carried by Michael. The Copper Sharpie Stabby, a Kershaw conduit, and a Spyderco Para 3 lightweight. I have a Para 3 lightweight. I did not know that the Para 3 lightweight and the Para 3 regular were two different scales. I bought the wrong scales and now I'm fucking stuck like Chuck because I went past the return window. And so the more you know, right? The more you freaking know. I would probably get the 20 CV for the Man X2. So it just really depends on which one that you want. So first thing I want to talk about here, guys, is Rovivon just dropped. I say just dropped. It's been out for a month, but it just kind of caught my attention. So this is the Rovivon Angel Eyes E30 Slick EDC Tactical Flashlight. Long ass name. Long ass name. Everybody's trying to pierce this flat flashlight market. They are directly competing with the Nikkor EDC 27. They're competing with the Streamlight Wedge, the Coast Slimline flashlight that recently came out. $89 is the price point for every single one of those that I just mentioned. This is cheaper though. This is cheaper on Amazon. But you can't get any other color on Amazon but black. But if you're okay with this in black, on Amazon this thing is $67 right now. I left a link if you want to check it out. So $79 if you want to get it in the black color. If you want to get it in, I don't know why this one's more. Is this titanium? Why does this one cost $10 more? I don't know. I would have to look into it. This has a turbo mode of 2600 lumens, so it's right below the EDC 27. The EDC 27 by Nikkor has a turbo mode of 3000 lumens. This is above the Streamlight Wedge, which has a turbo mode of 1000 lumens. So this is like right between both of them, except this costs the same amount as both. Rovivon directly is going at the jugular of both of them. You know what the difference with this one is? They use a proprietary battery, and the proprietary battery, if you get into a pickle, you're able to take this. If this battery's dead or whatever, you can take this and throw two AAA batteries inside of this and keep the flashlight going. So it charges with USB Type-C. I am a little concerned that on their own website they have 3.5 stars. That's a little suspect, right? You know, at least they're not deleting reviews. I mean, that's a good thing, right? So it does have 2 LEDs in there, so you can run the LiFePo battery. It can also be backed up with the 2 AAA batteries. It has a 900 milliamp hour battery. I mean, it seems like a little interesting one. This is another contender to come on the market. They're not as noisy as Olight. They're not as noisy, so it's something to think about. Here's this is going to be the contender for EDC, not for me, for next week on my podcast. This is the We Knife one and only, the OAO flipper only knife for $575. Listen, guys, any knife I spend more than $150 on, I don't care what it's made out of, I have to be able to open it multiple ways. I have to. There's no way I'm spending more than $150 on a knife and I can only open it one way. This knife has a flipper tab and a flipper tab only. I'm not spending all that money on. I don't care what it's made of. Titanium and carbon fiber handle, great. CPM 20 CV blade steel, okay, great. I have 20 CPMs 20 CV Crucible. I think it was that Chris Reeve and Crucible came out with that blade steel, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe their heat treatment is different. Maybe they have a different HRC, but mine's coated. But $575, that's mostly because of the name We Knife, which is the top of, you know, so We Knife is at the top. Civivi's right below them. SimCut is right below that. And then maybe the designer as well. But I don't know, man. This is a tough sell for me. The HRC, according to them, do they even have an HRC? And look at the HRC rating. The HRC is a 59 to 61. That's where it should be. I'm not spending $500 for this HRC rating. Come on now. It's a hardness. No, it's not about to happen. The knife that I'm holding in my hand right now is CPM 20 CV. It's probably running around the same HRC, and it's $140 to $165 depending on the website. So, hey, listen, and it's made in China. So I don't know, man. Me personally, it's a nice looking knife. If I can't open it more than one way, then it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But hey, there's a link in the description if you want to check it out. If this does tickle your fancy, and I'm not trying to shit on your dreams, somebody's gonna buy that thing. Okay. So another watches is just released as well. The Old Smith 990-002 just released. It's a 38 millimeter with no date. Okay. I'm into field watches. They don't call this a field watch. I guess it doesn't meet the specifications of a field watch, right? To be called a field watch, but it does have a unique look to it. It almost looks like paper. Almost looks like paper. So this is the larger version at 38 millimeters. I don't know what the smaller version looks like. If this is the look at that shit. It's a mechanical watch with an automatic Swiss movement inside. No, it's a Japanese movement. I'm sorry. It's a Japanese movement. It's Japanese made. It has some beautiful lume on it. This is a beautiful looking watch. Here's the thing I have, specifically an issue I have with this watch, is it's $541. It's pricey. I understand the hand craftsmanship and all that other type of stuff. I wish that it had a screw down crown, and I also wish that it met the definitions of a field watch. But the biggest thing that I have an issue with is if I'm going to be spending more than $300, $400 on a watch, I want to see the movement. If I'm spending that type of money, I want a see-through case for the back, and I want to see the movement. I don't see any photos, any videos that indicates I'm going to be able to actually see the movement itself. And I'm kind of like, well, I mean, I spent all this goddamn money. So I don't know how I feel about this one, but you know what? It does have a very nice dome-shaped sapphire crystal with coatings. So that might be something that you might want to check out as well. Hey guys, have you guys heard of the Ultra Dragonfly by ULA? Have you heard of this bag? This bag has been out for 4 years, and because of Reddit and YouTube reviews and Curiology.com and people freaking glazing all over it, it now sells out every single week. This bag has been out for 4 years. When it came out, it didn't sell out every week. Now it won't stop selling out. Have you heard of this bag before? Every single week it goes on sale. Yesterday it went on sale, and it was on sale for about 15 minutes and it sold out. This is love. Apparently it's loved by backpackers and alike. I think it's an interesting looking bag. I guess the reason why people like it so much is because it has great water bottle pockets. It has made of great materials, but the biggest thing that people talk about is the unique shoulder straps. Now I ruck a lot. I do like a good bag that rucks. This bag is, when it's in stock, it's about $270 with free shipping. So it's not a horrible price. It doesn't have a waist strap because of the way that these shoulder straps are made or whatever. About enough room for a 15-inch laptop. The actual grab handle looks pretty shitty. It looks like it doesn't have any way to a cord keep for the chest cinch. That would get on my nerves. It also looked like it doesn't have a quick release on the shoulder strap. So if I'm really hot when I'm rucking, sometimes I like to just unsnap it and let it fall to the ground. There's some things I can nitpick about this nitpick about this all day. But hey, Curiology, Pack Hacker, as well as Reddit are all over this thing. And that's all you really need. YKK number 5 YKK zippers for AquaGuard zippers throughout. Number 8 YKK zippers for the main compartment. It does have a full opening. I mean, it's interesting, but I mean, I would just go with something from Eberlin stock that's in stock. Eberlin stock's running a sale right now, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken. Eberlin stock's running a sale right now. And it's kind of like, do I wait for something that's not for sale? Or do I go to them? They're running a 60% off all sorts of shit. I'm a big fan of the jackknife. If you want to spend the money, you can go to Evergoods. You can go to GoRuck. You can go. It's a lot of different places that you can go. But I think that a lot of times that these bags and stuff kind of get hyped when people start to talk about them. So the jackknifes, normally, this is the one I've been rucking a lot lately. Normally it's $199. It's $169 right now. You can get it on Amazon and have easier return, right? Because they sell this on Amazon as well. And this is always in stock. So, you know, it just kind of depends on what you value, you know. True Brad just says, I'm not a player, I just ruck a lot. Sounds about right, right? I'm not a player, I just ruck a lot. Yeah, so James Brand, guys, I don't know, man. James Brand. James Brand is a company that I love their packaging. I like some of the stuff that they make. But for me personally, I know a couple of years ago, they were very deceptive about where some of their stuff is made. Like this knife is made in America, the Klein. But then they got other items that aren't made in America, but they're not very explicit about it. Because they make so much stuff in America, they just let you assume that the item you're looking at is not made in America. They remind me of another company called Techco. And Techco makes knives. They make some knives in America. They make some knives that are not in America. And we're kind of in the same realm with this company as well. So here's a Techco knife. This Techco knife is not, I don't think this one's made in America, if I'm mistaken. So this one is, come on camera, participate. Let's participate. There we go. So this is a Techco F2 Bravo, which is a forged carbon fiber. This one is made in the USA, D2 steel. But sometimes Techco is not very explicit about that. It's a nice little knife, right? I like it. It's cool. It kind of gets the job done. But then we have things from the James Brand. They just dropped the Klein in carbon fiber. Now, this is just not really impressing me. It's Magna Cut. Okay. For me, I just feel like that people glaze Magna Cut so hard. And I understand it. When the Magna Cut came out in 2019, it's this super steel that kind of gives like the corrosion resistance of stainless steel, but it gives you like the toughness of carbon steel. It's like this. It's fantastic. I get it. It balances corrosion and resistance. I get it. But they're kind of going overboard with it. If you want to get a regular Klein, you can spend $369 on it and get it made of micarta, which is still kind of pricey. It's $369 for a folding Magna Cut. I can buy a fixed blade Magna Cut, which is full tang, for $300 from Montana Knife Company, from Spartan. Or you can spend $449 for a carbon fiber Klein. I don't know, guys. This might be for you. It's not for me. It's their version of the Axis lock. I don't know what they call it. I don't know what they call this lock, but it's interesting looking. So something that you might want to consider. Okay. It's not for me though. You do get a discount if you're a first responder or if you're active duty. Now, here's the last thing. A few months ago, I got some items from Buy, Knife, Life. Light is tripping. They name everything with an O in the front. They are tripping, okay? Life, Knife, Buy, whatever. But I said that Buy.com is the next Amazon for EDC. I said that in the video because they sold everything. They sold stuff from Tactile Turn. They sold stuff from Kaiser. They sell their own items. They were selling stuff from Awesome Hank. I said, oh my gosh, you can go to one website and get everything EDC because they had all these connections because their parent company is Olight and they were selling everything. I get an email yesterday. We've decided that we're going to close the website as of May 1st. What? You're closing the website? I thought y'all were, I guess it's a Olight has been doing a lot of weird decisions. Okay. They decided to stop having sales every freaking month is what they said 2 months ago. And now, right, I get an email from Olight yesterday where they want me to help them advertise for their April sale, which I'm going to tell them no. I can tell them no now, but I'll tell them no. I'm like, I just did a video for you in March. I thought y'all said y'all weren't doing monthly sales anymore. You're going to see YouTubers doing sales or doing videos next month for Olight. And I'm just like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? But hey, listen, I thought Buy was the next one. I thought Buy was about to make that shit happen, bro. I really did. But listen, they got some things coming up you might be interested in, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. So first off, the final clearance sale is going to be happening March 21st. That is today. That's today. So today until April 1st, they're about to have crazy sales on Buy.com. Crazy sales. this is the time where you might want to go there and just buy some shit. Okay. So let me just see if I click on this. They have an announcement that talks about why they're closing and frequently asked questions and all that other type of shit. But if you want some good deals on some shit, this might be your opportunity to go to obuy.com and see what type of sales they're going to be having going on. I don't know what the pricing is going to drop to. That's going to be something for y'all to kind of go explore. But, you know, Olight and Obuy just kind of been all over the place. All over the place. I do know I like that new Olight Javelot. I will tell you, I will say that. I will say that. Interesting stuff, man. There's some other stuff going on in the knife world that I thought was pretty interesting, but some of it's kind of like, you know, Giant Mouse did just drop a limited run of a one of their freaking, what do they call this thing? The Giant Mouse does the Ion V2 Inova. Is that how you pronounce the shit? If I'm mispronouncing it, pound sand. But they just dropped this in the second iteration of this. Me personally, I don't know if I've ever been like a Giant Mouse, someone that's kind of like been all over it. But this is when they call their bronze anodized. Let me see. So they just dropped this thing. It's $175. And this is V2 of a popular knife they were already pumping out. I like the way that the thumb stud looks on there. It is rocking. So it's a bronzed anodized aluminum handle. It has, what is the blade though? I don't know what the blade is. I mean, it's a decent looking, it's a wire pocket clip. So CPM Magna Cut. So you can CPM Magna Cut for $175 from Giant Mouse. And then you get some shit like this from the James brand for $449. CPM Magna Cut, you can, you know, who do you want to give the money to, right? Who are we giving the money to? Are we going to be giving it to Giant Mouse, CPM Magna Cut, if that's your goal? Or what? I don't know, man. I think it's some interesting stuff. You know, these folks are still trying to make the stuff happen, man. Those are some interesting things that I saw in the world of EDC, some new interesting stories. Not anything that's super important, but I just wanted to kind of talk about some of those. There's some other karambits coming out, and CRKT is doing some stuff, and Benchmade is doing some stuff, but they were kind of some snoozers as well. But comments, man, let me know what you guys think about some of that stuff, man. The Bradford just dropped the Guardian 3 in Magna Cut today for $200. Stop playing with me, Rain City forever. Bradford Guardian Magna Cut, you say, huh? This thing is coming in brand new on their website. It's coming in for $279. Okay. Yeah, there's just too many options nowadays. Now, I think the Guardian is a fixed blade knife, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, but still, like, you're getting so many options, bro. You're getting so many options. Ray says, thank you for providing this information. I just found you and info you posted so dope. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I try to mix it up a little bit, man, and be a little bit different. So no lies. It's so crazy, man. I'm gonna save this, Rain City forever. I'm gonna definitely save this. Let me bookmark this. I appreciate that. I'm gonna put this in my discovery section, okay? Because of you, my guy. The new EMP Auto with a BMG wait, looks sick. EMP Auto? Somebody just put a new automatic knife. When you said EMP, I thought about EMP shield for like your vehicle, to keep your vehicle from catching on fire or from going out from an EMP. Not the 4.5. I got you. It's the 3.5 is the better choice because it has a small sheath and it's heavier. So let me go back here. They should be advertising it on the home part of their website. The Magna Cut. Golly, they got that thing like front and center. Be proud of your shit then, sir. So they got the 3, the 3.5, and then they have the 4. Okay, so I guess if we go to, oh my God, it's almost a little confusing. How do I get to, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, these prices are just, these are competitive. They really are. Like, I 100% will see what you're saying, man. Yeah, this might be the time when it's time to actually pull the trigger on the Bradford for me, because I've been playing coy with them for like a year and a half. I've been playing real coy with them for like a year and a half. But hey guys, I appreciate y'all stopping by for another live stream, man. I got to get back to work. This was just, it was some news I wanted to talk about, you know what I'm saying? And I knew I had some shit to get off the chest. But if this is your first time stopping by, man, hit that subscribe button, join the battalion. I would appreciate you having. If it's not your first time stopping by, I'm not talking to you. You already done what I need you to do, okay? Appreciate that. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.